a woman crashes out talking about school. Maybe she just had a bad day. Sometimes
Think
those days
twice
happen.
about going back to school. Okay? I mean, go follow your dreams. Do what you need to do. Okay? But think twice, maybe even three times, maybe even a fourth time before you decide to go back to school. Because let me tell you, when you decide to go back, everything about your life changes. Your life is about school. It's eat, sleep, school. And if you have kids, eat, sleep, school, kids.
Okay. What she's saying, I'm not going to refute that, right? No, you're not going to refute that.
You want answers. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
When you go to school, there is a sacrifice that has to be made. You can either do it on the front end or you can do it on the back end. Sounds like right here she's doing it on the back end. That's why I stress on the Thinking Game podcast. I stress on Mike Motivation podcast. Take care of your business on the front end, or you're gonna be crashing out like this.
You really don't even have time for a relationship because at this point, the dedication has to be to school, especially if you're in healthcare. It's just
So I'm gonna tell you something. How I know that
You want answers.
she
I
crashing
want the
out.
truth. You can't handle the truth.
I'm 42 now, so minus 4 years of that, I'm married with two kids. Go to church, have a heavy church life as well, and was going to school full time. Told my wife and I told my kids, Daddy has to go back to school. There are going to be times where I'm going to be tired. There are going to be times where I have to sit on the computer and do homework. There are going to be times like my free time, if I'm not with them doing homework, I'm not with them, I'm probably making content, but I don't have a lot of free time. But what I learned as an adult, if you have too much free time on your hands, what are you really doing? If you go to school for the right degree in a field that has value, that can bring you value, there's nothing wrong with sacrificing on the front end to have a better back end.
this is. All I do is eat, sleep, think, breathe, school.
You have to be able to multitask as well. I mean, what she's saying is not nothing wrong with what she's saying, but what I'm saying is you got to be able to multitask. Like I'm blessed to have a wife. As far as the support side, it's not just me by myself. And what I will say is even before I was married, I had to go to school full time. When I got an associate's degree. Even before that, when I got like a certificate in like collision auto repair, I was working at the airport full time and I was going to school in the daytime full time. If you want to elevate, if you want to level up, you have to be willing to do the things to get you there because everybody's not doing it. Because if it was easy, everybody would do it. But you have to make up in your mind the commitment that's involved, or you will be have these days where you're crashing out.
That's it. That's all. That's all I got time for. That's all I got the mental capacity for. Because studying all these terms, studying all this all the time, one, two, three, four, all of this will take up your time. Will take up your time. I had to take it back old school because the regular way, the new modern way, which was putting it all in here, wasn't working for me. So I had to go back to pencil and pen to get it done. And then I use this in class. But when I get here, I take all the information and I start writing it down, writing it down, writing it down. Because if I don't, then I will not retain the information. So that's why I say you don't have time for anything else.
So the question is, how did you get to this place? That's the real question. Like no judgment, just being accountable. How did you get to this place? Everybody learns different. It's good that she know how she learns. Everybody learns different. Every field is different. She's going into nursing. That's a different kind of field. Yes, you have to learn terms. You have to think about the field that you're going into. You have to. You have to be prepared. There are so many tools out there now. You got AI, you got ChatGPT, other AI tools out there that can help you. Or you got Google Drive. What she wrote down, she can literally put that into like Notion or Google Drive or something like that, and have all her notes Google Drive. She can have it on her phone. But the hard part is doing it. Sit down at the computer and type up what you wrote down. The hard part about when you go to school and you're doing something you don't like, you feel like you lifting 500 pounds. When at the what you're really doing is retaining information, and sometimes you got to give up free time. You got to give up those TV shows you usually watch if you want to get to the next level. Just like if you want to lose weight, it's gonna suck. You're probably not gonna eat a lot of sugar. You're not gonna eat a lot of carbs or whatever. You're gonna cut out your diet. It's probably gonna suck. But guess what? If you want to lose weight, you will make it happen. And I promise you, she'll be if she finished, she'll be satisfied. She won't be complaining as much. I
Your
promise you.
life is going to change. Your life is only about school. On the weekends, that's all you do is school, school, school. Study for school. I'm sorry to tell you. Don't think you're going to have free time to do what you want to do. Wait till the class is over. That's it. That's all.
So you're not gonna have that much free time. You have to get that in your mind before you even start, or you'll crash out. You're not gonna have a lot of free time. But guess what? You had a lot of free time before you went to school. Now it's time to strap down and get it done. It's gonna cost you free time. It's gonna cost you some sleep. It's gonna cost you a lot of things. But the payout at the end is greater. Because what happens is if you don't go to school, you don't get that vocation, you don't get post education, you don't do any of those things, what's gonna happen is you're gonna crash out. You're gonna reach the ceiling. You're gonna be in a specific field or job, and you're gonna reach a ceiling, and you're not gonna be able to get past the ceiling because of the educational requirements to be in certain fields, to be in management or executive positions. Some of them want you to have at least a bachelor's. Some of them want you to have at least a master's. Depending on what state you live in, depending on what market you in. Me, I'm in IT. So I was working with an associate's degree, but I reached the ceiling really fast. I had to go back and get a bachelor's degree. Working on a master's degree right now. Lord willing, I'm studying for the LSAT and I'll be able to get into law school. But you have to put in the work. There's no way around it. You got to do it. Or you're going to be stuck at a place that you don't want to be. When you only make enough money to pay your bills and that's it. And you have to think about what bills you take on because your budget will only allow you to do so much. I'm not telling you what somebody told me, I'm telling you from experience.